IVM.
Close your eyes for a moment and imagine. What would you be doing today had it not been for your day-to-day responsibilities of meeting work deadlines and making sure your family is financially secured? Would you have been a footballer, kicking the ball around on those grassy grounds? Or would you have been an artist, sitting near a window overlooking the hills as you paint away? Maybe you crave to be a photographer. But here you are, framing a picture of the life you wish you had. But this can still be a reality. करो पूरे अपने इरादे, अपनों से किए सभी वादे. SBI Life अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए. To know more about our insurance plans with wealth creation, log on to www.sbilife.co.in. IRDAI registration number 111.
How many of y'all who've tuned in are feeling poor because you've just paid your taxes? Yes, I know it's that time of the year and all of us are feeling the pinch. Hi, I'm Chetna, your favorite positive action coach, and this is Say No to Drama. We all whine about paying taxes, and for many of us living in certain countries, it really pinches. But last year, when I was whining about the amount I had to pay up to my best friend, she said something that kind of shifted the way I look at paying taxes. So when I told her that that was the highest amount of tax that I had paid in my whole life, and it was 3 times more than what I had paid the previous year, her immediate response was, "That's good, na? It means you made that much more money." For a moment, I was stumped. And then it dawned on me that yes, me paying more taxes in that particular year meant I had experienced growth. I wasn't paying higher tax because I'd made bad investment choices or that I hadn't invested in time, but rather I had actually done that well in my career. My practice as a life coach had grown threefold. And suddenly, from that space of feeling the pinch, I was completely in a mood to celebrate. Yeah, sure, I paid higher tax, but whoa, look at the number of lives I changed. So if you are listening in and crying about how much tax you've had to pay this year, despite having done all your investments correctly, I'm saying the same thing to you. That's good, na? It means you earn that much more. We've been conditioned to look at paying taxes as a bad thing, as a loss, as an expense. Yes, a lot of us grew up listening to our parents and older relatives figure ways to not pay taxes, how to evade the whole system. That's why it has this bad notion in our head. Also, a lot of us live in countries where paying taxes does not amount to much. And so it pinches because it feels like our hard-earned money is being wasted. And as you grow older and older, it pinches a lot more. However, while there are things that we cannot control or things that are not in our control directly, there is something that is in our control, and that is how we view this entire process of paying taxes. Number one is to make sure that you have invested wisely and correctly, which means you have made full use of all tax saving tools. Number two, if you have paid higher tax because you have earned more, then you know what? Pop that champagne and celebrate. It's okay if you had to pay that tax. You'll earn 3 times that in the coming year. Set your sight on that kind of a goal instead of crying and cribbing about, oh, what a waste. Think of it as a price to pay. And if you don't know what I mean by price to pay, stay tuned for the next episode because I'm talking about that. And number 3, learn to enjoy your money. Whether it's your investments, the returns you're getting on it, or whether it's your earnings, the money that you are making through all your hard work, through all your effort, learn to enjoy it. If you scroll down to the previous episodes, There are multiple episodes on financial freedom and money mindset. Listen to those. Because the one thing that I tell you is that money is the means to an end. Yes, it's supposed to get you something or give you something. Even if it is just sitting in your bank, it gives you a sense of security. Now, if you are not enjoying and indulging in that sense of security and then doing 5 more things because you're that secure, then you are wasting your money. Even if it continues to sit in your bank, you are wasting your money. Think about it. That bank balance is giving you a sense of security. I ask you, what are you doing with that sense of security? How are you living it up? What are the chances you are taking? What is that more that you are doing? Because today you feel secure enough to take that calculated risk. The moment I started looking at taxes as a sign of my growth, you know what? Every year, I put that amount aside with a big smile on my face. And when I do it with a certain sense of ease, because that's the kind of growth I'm experiencing in my practice as a life coach, my smile only becomes bigger. People often ask me, how am I so positive? It's not something that I was born with necessarily. Yes, I was a chirpy kid, sure. But a lot of it has to do with perspective. A lot of it has to do with the way I look at things. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I can change the angle through which I'm looking at something in a jiffy. Yes, I can shift my perspective and accept the new perspective and allow the new perspective to change my mood within minutes. So for anyone out there who has just paid their taxes, possibly a sum that they haven't paid till date, a much higher sum, if it is because you have earned more this year, smile and enjoy the fact that your life, your career, your goals have been achieved, that you have grown, that you have expanded, that you have experienced abundance. And if this is the price to pay, to smile bigger and to feel successful, then so be it. I'll accept. And I'll find another way to make more of what makes me happy. As far as the notion of price to pay goes, like I said, stay tuned because the next episode that's coming out is going to be about the price we need to pay. If you want to listen to all the previous episodes, well, simply tune into the IVM Podcast app and website. And if you want to connect with me to help you shift your money mindset or to build the right money mindset, then DM me on Instagram to book a session. My handle is Positivity Angel.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On This Round is on me, Gauri is joined by none other than Vidya Balan, who talks about her debut Bengali film, her love for acting, and her journey as an actor so far. Speaking of Gauri Devidayal, she sits in for Varun on Think Fast with Suchita this week. Gauri, as you know, besides being an avid podcaster, is a restaurant and co-founder of Food Matters. She discusses everything that has happening in the F&B space and how the pandemic has affected their business. Tune in to Say No to Drama as Chetna is here to tell us all about what we need to remember and avoid when we embark on a new journey. Mahek and Harshit from All Things Policy talk about the Indian government promoting traditional medicines like Coronel and Giloy and how we can take a scientific approach to traditional medicine. And on The Longest Constitution, Priya talks about Indian MPs and their salaries, women's labor, tensions over commercial surrogacy, and a whole lot more. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platform that you might be listening to us. You can also check us out on YouTube. We have a webpage, ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, where a list of all our channels are. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance, Bank of Baroda, India Water Portal, and Max Life Insurance. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Are you looking for finance products and services that can enhance your personal finance experience? Are you looking for a space to talk about your financial product or service? And are you looking for a crisp talk show where the conversation is all about money? Well, your search ends here. Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta and I'm host of the Paisa Paisa podcast, and I invite you for the conversation about your personal finance on each Monday on the IVM Podcast app or the website or on any podcast streaming platforms. See you folks.